guys, it's Jem. I'm here with your July reading for the collective. As we have just kicked off a new month, as always I do a monthly reading. So usually I go with the energy at play, potential blocks and challenges, potential future outcomes through the month, and obviously Spirit's advice on how we can get through it. Before I start with the cards, I do just want to touch base on the lunar cycles, the planetary influence. So we do still have Pluto, Saturn and Capricorn in retrograde. We have just had Neptune join them as well. We are also heading into Mercury retrograde. So come late next week, we are going to have 5 planets in retrograde. July 3rd, here in Australia at 5:16 a.m, we're going to have our new moon in Cancer, and this is a partial solar eclipse. So we're kicking off a new eclipse season as well. We're virtually tying up all the loose ends from the first 6 months of the year. It's quite an optimistic energy though coming with this new moon. I'm already starting to feel it. Some of you maybe, some of you might not be, but basically it is all about that new freshness, letting go of all the chaos and drama of the last 6 months, releasing things that aren't working and really just going into this next part of the year with that ambition and that drive to really fulfill your deepest desires. On July 17, we have the full moon, which is going to be in Capricorn. So it's going to be a bit of an opposite effect to the new moon, a little bit more grounded, a little bit more hardworking, a little bit more powerful. There's also going to be a little bit of behavioral stuff start to come up. So, keep an eye on that. As always, guys, though, this is nothing to be afraid of. It's simply just potential, what's the word I'm looking for here? Potential energetic shifts that you might notice within yourself, but always stay grounded and just flow with it, use it to your advantage and growth and expansion. But basically I'm going to kick off and I'm going to see what Spirit has to tell us for the month of July. As always, I've asked them to come and guide us, tell us what energy we're expecting, potential blocks and challenges, how we can overcome them and what we can expect out of the month should we choose to use our free will and do the work. So, I'm using today the Psychic Tarot for the Heart. This is one of my new decks and I'm actually really loving them, and also just loving the green, which represents the heart chakra. So, also being a tarot deck, I do just want to go with, there's going to be a similar... I'm so stuck for words today. You can tell that Mercury is coming into effect. Anyway, I'll just get on with the reading because I can't remember what I was going to say. Spirit's too busy trying to tell me to get on with it. So, the energy for July, we have pulled the third eye chakra. So that chakra, for those who aren't overly familiar, is what sits here just between our eyebrows, and it is the highest chakra and focuses on intuition. So seeing beyond what we can physically see, basically. The color is representative of an indigo, and what Spirit is telling me with this card is that this month is all about using your intuition. So it's really time to start stepping into how you feel, not by how things look, not by how things should be, especially if influenced from other people, such as your family, friends, partners. It's really about stepping into your truth, being authentic, being real, and trusting what you're seeing beyond your physical reality. If that feels aligned with your heart and soul, that is the path you need to take this month and beyond. I also feel that it's very much, I feel there's a bit of an awakening with this month, especially with the eclipses. I just feel like Spirit showing me this kind of expanding, almost like if you can imagine, like the elevating bridges, like they go up and they open, for the boat to pass through. So I feel like there's a lot of opening, there's a lot of awareness, a lot of waking up, in the sense that people are realizing that they are destined for so much more, they are deserving of so much more. And this is, the message that's coming through with this card here. But also, if that's not resonating so much for you, the original, like using your intuition, I think is really what the message is there. You know, really trust yourself this month, and moving forward, continue to trust yourself. Continue to trust that what you believe and what you desire is manifesting. It can be manifested if it's truly what you want, but it has to come from your intuitive, you know, sight and feeling. So, excuse me, release. So that means I'm on the money. So yeah, Spirit's advice, it's actually really quite simple, and I think it's very interesting that it's that one, and I've been asked to let everyone know that it's all about using your intuition, because I don't really have anything else to say on that. So go with that energy. You don't want me to tell you anything else relating to that. So that's the energy of the month. Use your intuition, see beyond the physical, know it's achievable. Now, potential blocks, challenges, or even motivation, inspiration that's going to come from this month. We have seek the truth. So seeking the truth, what I feel like Spirit is telling me with this card straight up is that some things are going to come to light that may not be what people want to see and hear this month, whether that's in a universal concept through the media, through the news, through, you know, democracies, whatever it is, or it could be a little bit more close to home. So it may be, you know, something to do with family, friends, work colleagues, even just within yourself. You know, things might start to come up that are a little bit uneasy and they've never sort of popped up before, and it's quite a hard truth to stomach, quite a hard pill to swallow is that word. But also what I'm seeing here is, as you can see with the girl, she's opening the curtain to the light. So, you know, you've got the two minds here connected, and she's kind of just breaking straight through the middle. So what I'm getting from that is there is your truth. And this is really the other potential block or challenge this month, is the fact that you are struggling to see and find your truth. You are struggling to step into that truth. You're still afraid. You're still not confident or sure that this is the right thing for you to do. But Spirit is saying to use your intuition this month and go and find that truth. Step into that truth. Stop letting the outside minds be influential on your decisions, because the only thing that's holding you back really is looking without and around in that external world to seek the answer, when really, when you step into your truth, you get all the answers you need. You get all the things that you need to move forward. So that's a very positive card. I feel like there's so much optimism and you know, a real swing of perspective there. I can feel my, you know, like they're the messages that Spirit's coming, but I can feel my, you know, intuitive guidance. If I was to personally tell you, that is telling me that that is so bold and that is so much power in really stepping into that and seeing beyond the challenge. If it comes up, let it come up, let it heal, let it go, and really, really step into the truth this month and just trust that you know what's for your highest good. Sorry guys, a lot of energy coming through this reading today, so thank you for bearing with me. Now, we're going to go with Spirit's advice on this one. So we have healing begins. Now, I really just want to focus, what came to my attention here with these two cards is we have a 7 and we have a 6. So with that we have is 13, which equals 4. Now, 4 is the number of stability. It's that balance, it's, you know, the elements, it's everything coming into that whole. So I feel like going with that potential, you know, challenge and discomfort this month, but also with Spirit's advice, you're going to get this wholeness and that feeling of real coming togetherness. So that was what came through for that really quickly. But Spirit's advice as well, you can see a lot of green in this card here. We have the green aura here and the green pendant on her chest heart space there. So it's a very it's a very big time for healing this month, healing old wounds. As I said in my last reading, you know, with the new eclipse season coming up, we have been very called to tie up the loose ends of the last 6 months. And I know for a lot of us, there's been a lot of traumas, there's been a lot of stuff coming up that needs to be healed. And the fact that we've been doing the work and we've been dedicated to bettering ourselves and working on those traumas and those pains and letting go of all that old story and that old, you know, limiting beliefs, Spirit is now telling us that we have the space to heal now. We've let a lot go. We've cracked open a lot of old wounds, and Spirit's advice is really just, you know, taking care of yourself this month. Again, use your intuition, trust what you need. If that's sleep, have more sleep. If you need to change up your diet, your exercise routine, even if you just need to start recreating some healthy habits. I know for me, I've had that push already to get back into healthier habits, exercise, better foods, more water, better sleep, because I know the last few months I've just really thrown the towel in there. So again, use your intuition and what feels right for you there. Doesn't need to be a full overhaul, whether it's through a physical modality, you know, like exercise and diet, whether it's through a more like mental or emotional modality, like a psychiatrist or you know, like a counselor or something like that, or obviously a more like emotional, spiritual modality, energy healing, Reiki, kinesiology. So really go with what feels right for you to heal whatever you feel needs healing. But I feel like it's got a lot to do with the heart chakra, as always, a lot of about that unconditional love, forgiveness, compassion. And that is why I also feel like I'm really enjoying reading with this Psychic for the Heart cards, because I just feel everything for me right now is certainly related to that heart chakra. So heal what needs to be healed this year, this month and beyond. Use your intuition into what feels right and trust that what you'll need will sort of come to you if you're not quite sure. Now, potential outcomes for this month. Trust. So I feel like although that's not so much an outcome from a physical point, what I feel the message is with Spirit there is they're simply saying that trust what does turn out this month for you and beyond is for your highest good. Again, they're not really giving me much this week, guys, for this month. Kicking off with the fact that it's a very intuitive going within, you know, the new moon in Cancer, like we're in Cancer season. Cancer is a very deep emotional feeling, very much about love and the home and connection. So it is a time to connect with the heart and soul and really go with what that's needing and wanting and desiring right now, and step into your truth to find what you need to achieve those goals, and then surrender to how it shows up. As always, you know, just trust that what you're doing and what you need and what the outcomes are going to be for you this month and moving forward are what you need for your highest good now. You've been doing the work, you've gone through the mud, you know, you can't get the lotus flower without the mud. So just really trust yourself, I feel like is the overall message for the month of July. Trust yourself, trust your journey, trust your truth, and trust that things are gonna happen exactly how you need them to be for the higher good of yourself, for the higher good of the collective, and for the highest good of your heart. I really hope you've enjoyed that reading, guys. Like I said, it's pretty straightforward. I'm not getting a lot coming through because it's a very intuitive energy. But as I said, also what just popped out to me before I go here is the 0 on this card. So 0 is virtually an infinite number as it just keeps going round and around. Very, very much about new beginnings, a clean slate, infinite potential, possibility, opportunity. So trust that what's going to come out of this month for you is going to be for your highest good, as long as you are committed to your intuition, your truth, and your healing. You are going to get exactly what you need. happy month, happy new moon, happy everything. Just be happy. Thank you for tuning in, guys. And I'd really love to hear what resonated for you in this reading. Feel free to comment below, and I look forward to bringing you more readings soon.